Good morning. It is Easter Monday, so perfect time to delve into some black metal records. This is a new collection, the classic video or the classic update. The bulk of this video is going to be a New Era Productions order. Came with a lot of flyers. I'm not going to show them all. I think the two or the three most important ones for me are this one, Kastijder. Their debut demo, I think another Dutch band, is out. 23 minutes of total disdain for the modern world on analog magnet tape. Hexen Holocaust, I don't know what this is. And then Ravenzang with Rehearsal 3, also a tape that is out now. 4 new tracks of grim Batraafs zwart metaal. That's Ravenzang, and then one I can't read. I have no idea what this is, so it intrigued me. And it has Grand Celestial Nightmare, which has a tape version and I think now a vinyl version too. None of those are in this update because I had to cut it somewhere. But yeah, they had a bulk coming out. Funeral Winds was the second update, and then this is the update before that. We are listening to Aerkar, I think that's how you call it, on Tour de Garde. This is the Dungeon Synths project, if you will, from the Corpsant 2 or of the Corpsant guys. This is out on vinyl now, and I hope some distros pick it up because this is incredible. They have this and then another one, which I'm blanking on the title, but this is incredible. It is like Wyatt said, this is Dungeon Synth, but it's played on actual synths. It is integrated with black metal and is perfectly integrated. It is recognizable, it is almost catchy in some ways, but yeah. Corpsant, they keep on keeping on, I guess. New Era, so it comes with this beautiful thank you card from Patrick. Thank you very much. Yeah, always great guy. Met him when I went to New Era, and the day after I met him in the record store, so he's a junkie too. Him and Wolfram blessed me with 2 tapes. This is the first one, promo tape for Gates of Dawn. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'm working on a tape delay. I actually need a Walkman because I can't listen to tapes anymore at work, but whatever. Glowing Grey Gaze, it's a promo tape for a record that is coming out on the American label Dead Hymns, which is a very good label. It's sad that they have just distribution in Europe, but it's always kind of expensive because taxes get added. And then Patrick, I'm not sure how he or if he wants to be known on Instagram and stuff like that, but he runs the Namuzu label, and he put in this one. This is the Pessimist Chamber. I heard a lot of you and a lot of people talk about what Sally saw, the vinyl version. This is a tape version. It is not Dungeon Synth per se, but it is I haven't listened to it, but entirely. I haven't listened to the tape, but I checked it out back then. It has some Shining vibes if I look at it now, with the 2 people in front of the house. It is soundtrack-esque music. I'm not sure. Yeah, including Helen Bach and B.R. Balkan, but recorded in 2020 in Oslo, Norway, and Pembrokeshire in Wales. So yeah, something to delve into. He thought I was going to like it, and I probably will, but yeah. There you go, Pessimist Chamber. It will show up again. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 records and some extras. So sit tight. Here we go. Cheers. Happy Man on a Stick Day, or whatever I read. Here we go. I'm going to start with some of these that I don't know too much about. It's not Unearthing Darkness because I heard these records actually. They were pressed in good quantity, so they were able to get picked up. I'm going to loose or open this because it's hot in here. Here we go. Gargantua. This is the first one. This is a demo, if you will, and it's a bit confusing. There is not a lot of info on these guys or on this project. The only thing is the tagline. The tagline reads something like luminaries from the Dutch scene that go back to the 90s that have now reawoken or whatever. So it's a duo. This one is limited to 200 hand numbered. There we go, 86. It has 3 tracks, Ossaert, I think Dwiljacht or something like it, and then Ein, which is an outro, so basically 2 long tracks. It kind of harkens back to a 90s sound, but it has a lot of, yeah, it has some modern feel into it, although it's not, yeah, I'm saying modern feel, but I don't know. It kind of is more reminiscent to old material. First track, Ossaert, has kind of a chanty vocal underneath, or maybe even choir vocals underneath. The second track, Dwiljacht, I think, is more of a booming track. It starts off real small, but it has booming drums in the middle, and then Ein is an outro, which kind of went by in my head, but yeah. The promo pictures are incredible. I'm not sure which one of these is still available or is not available, but yeah. There you go. It comes with this printed inner that has 2 extra artworks, but yeah, there's not much info. I think the guys intended it that way. What they're doing now is, you know, the Iron Bonehead bingo. This is the new era bingo. They're old and new releases. So yeah, most of you know these releases. I have a few of them. I have Tyranny, I have Forbidden Temple. Let's see. Yeah, I have some of them, not all of them. This is the teaser, Dempstervold. Seems he has a new record, Maelstrom des Doods, Maelstrom of Death, LP coming out. So that looks promising. These are all the others. There we go. It took me forever to... I know this sound from somewhere, and I was, you know, the intro to this song, and I was thinking, where do I know this from? And it sounds a lot like a Black Mountain intro, the Mother of the Sun. It's the same sound. Different band though. Let's stick to the records. Very heavy black pressing, they all are, so I'm not going to repeat it every time, but yeah, it is quality. The problem a bit, and especially with some records that are coming up, is that the prices for these, or some of these are, yeah, a bit much, I should say, just for standard records. 26 for a single record, but yeah, that's the only gripe I maybe have. So Gargantua, that's the first one. Great demo. Yeah, I expect a lot from these guys going into full length, or maybe even rehearsal or more demo material, but yeah, the sound is good. So basically it's 2 tracks with an outro, so, and not very much more info. But yeah, the record that I have been enjoying a lot, first digitally when it came out, because the cover just instantly grabbed me, is this one. It's Helle Ruin, Helle Ruin. I think it's a Dutch project. Everything is Dutch, but it reads as English. They had the promo tape come out on New Era, I think half a year ago now, maybe. Time flies, so I'm not sure. But this is then the full length, with, like I said, the awesome cover. No logo, no nothing. Helle Ruin, War Upon Man. None of Us, No Elegance, Entrenchment, Passage naar de garde terug, naar de aarde terug, so back to Earth. No Light Shines Through, and War Upon Man. De poort is open, het einde in zicht, which means the gate is open, the end is near, or in sight. Yeah, like I said, I love this picture. What I love even more, once again, the New Era bingo, is this picture. Really great stuff. I don't know who did the pictures. Photography by S. So yeah, in true New Era style, it's only abbreviations. Music and words written and performed by, and I think it's called Kargost, or he is called Kargost, 2017, 2019, and then mixed and mastered by the same guy, 2020. So yeah, it's been in the works for some time. One-man project. It is not raw in production. You could say it's raw because it's a one-man project, but that's, I mean, it's a bit narrow-minded maybe. It is very musical. Tempo, I would say mid-paced to fast, almost frantic drumming sometimes. But yeah, Cray Center labels. But yeah, very musical. This is very good production. The production took 2 years, so you can hear it. You can hear it's a one-man band playing, but the production is so good that everything is super clear. The vocal style is, yeah, it's not barky, but it's also in a very clear register, so everything comes through rather nicely, I would say. I think this is sold out because when I entered it into my collection, there was one up already for €100, so it came down pretty quick, but still, yeah, Halloruin. He has there's more material. I think there's a promo from 2016 on Zwaartgevecht label, but I haven't had the time to check that one out. But yeah, it has some punk influences, but instead of being punk black metal, it just uses those influences to make the overall sound, I would say, a bit more interesting. So you have punk beat, there's some D beat in here, but most of it is just, you know, the sauce over it, or the chocolate sauce, is mostly black metal. What is punk and black metal is Bone Owl. He who gashes teeth and he who bashes? I'm not sure. Two guys that run the Klaxon label are in Bone Owl, so a duo. Very prolific, a lot of releases. I'm trying to track stuff down, but it's hard to, you know, they sporadically show up in distros. I have one coming in from Signal X, but yeah, it's hard to come by. This one originally was released as a double record, but then with the lowest form thrown in as a bonus, and now they are both or separately released. So this is a single sleeve from Klaxon or from Bone Owl. An obelisk marks the line. I was going to buy 2 of these because Bart was looking for this one too. It was a band that connected us in some way. Recorded in fall 2018, so yeah, once again, it took a while to come out. Very simple yet effective release. I love the title, An Obelisk Marks the Line. A lot of tracks, I think about 13 tracks on here, but they fly by, of course. Very much punk inspired. I would say Iljarn, but I'm not sure if they jump on the train. They probably will. But yeah, that scene, that Klaxon scene, and that Feral Heart, I think Productions, that old one Gash is on, those 2 labels are insane. I've been listening to Old One Gash a lot lately, and also the older material, and then his Desert tape, and a lot of stuff. Let's keep on point. Black Vinyl, like I said, the early one was a gatefold, and I think it was blue vinyl, but I'm not 100% sure because that disappeared rather quickly. But yeah, this is their latest full length. One guy was also in Cirrus, I think, or still in Cirrus. The other one is Marco Del Rio. So if you just start at Bone Owl and then widen out, it will. I mean, the guy from Volan was bass player live for Bone Owl, so it's just one big mixed family that plays some awesome shit. Alright, let's do a magazine interlude. This is the Gonzo number 162. It's a Dutch or a Belgian magazine about, it's comparable to The Wire, I should say, but it has black metal in Belgium, so hashtag BEBM, if you will. I talked to Peter from Alkerdale. There's an Alkerdale thing in here. They interviewed Johan from Babylon Doomcult, from Adderwood, Jo from Babylon Doomcult, and then Peter van Pankraker, Emptiness, and Alkerdale. So Peter asked me, do you like it? And I said, yeah, but the premise was, let's delve into the scene, the Belgian black metal scene, and then everybody answers separately, there is no scene. I'm not sure how scenes work. I don't think there are black metal scenes because it's all about entity and solo and, you know, solo in life. So if you say that Corpsant is a scene, maybe, but basically it's just maybe 8 people, 10 people doing all those bands. So is that a scene? I'm not sure. So yeah, it is a loner cult, if you will. But yeah, it's always worth to delve into these articles because you always learn something new. What I learned here is that Enthroned, those people are still active in some bands, and for example in Heinus of Heinus. this is a re-release of some tracks, or maybe all the tracks, on New Era. The idea was they did, I'm showing the older material too, let's do that first. So they had this demo tape on Medieval Prophecy Records, it's called Demo 1, which had 4 tracks. And there you go. And these were just them playing the tracks, nothing extra added. But then the Medieval Prophecy and New Era did the, what's it called, Lucifer's Vault, I think. Lucifer Vault or Lucifer Cult. The letter type is, I think, Vault, whatever. So yeah, that's then 2 tracks, and VGS already played on these 2 tracks and then added some live stuff. And VGS is the guy behind, I've written down the other bands, but he's from Sargeist, Nightbringer, Demon Sea, and then the 2 I have to read is Adeostur and Vayok. I wrote it down because, yeah, I want to hear that. He is the guitarist for Sargeist, for example. The other 2, the latest 2, are his projects. But he did synth work for Heinous live, I already said, and then on this 7-inch. And they liked it so much that they compiled all their older material, or reworked and re-recorded their older material for this compilation then. So this is basically, if you want to get in the band, this is their updated version of all their tracks, remastered by VGS. I don't know his real name. I met him once and I was very intimidated. I was kind of drunk. It was on the Warlog File show in the other side of the country. And I was going to talk to him, but I was so drunk I forgot what band he was in. Starstruck. It happens in black metal too. But yeah, great guy. If I see pictures of him now, I don't know what I was thinking going up to him drunk as shit, but whatever. I think he gets that a lot. So there we go. Track lists. I'll let it run by. The artwork is kind of weird in the sense that it has a weird feel. I can't place it really. I don't know who did it. It's on here somewhere, but the main thing about Heinous, or main thing about this text, is that it explains what is going on this record. Here are all the people playing in it, 5, and then the drummer is the guy that is most prolific in the Belgian scene. He has ties with Brussels, like Discaterion and Possession, but then also he apparently is in the Verviers scene, which revolves around Medieval Prophecy Records, like Effroi and what's the other one? I forgot. Too much bands. But yeah, these guys are very prolific within the Belgian scene. There is the tower sigil or logo they use, and then the Highness logo, which I kind of like. Kind of reminds me of the Possession logo. But yeah, a bit toned down maybe. So yeah, this was one of the records that I did not get why it was so expensive. Maybe it was because of the production, or I don't know. But yeah, I pulled the trigger because there were 100s. It was a Belgian black metal record, and I was going to regret it if I didn't. So yeah, once it comes in and you're listening to it, the cost dissipates, I think. I'll put this card in here just to keep it safe. Okay, let's see. 3 more. 2 from that bundle, and then 1 that is just a solo record. This one is Diger Döden, Mysticism Productions, if you will. Diger Döden is one of the many aliases by Spartanatus, of course. I have shown previous material by them. This is their... It is a bit confusing. This is the cover, and this is the man himself. This picture is on the test pressing, which looked amazing. It's on the New Era page. It's a bit confusing if this is the last in the line or the second in the line, because he has 3 records out, and then there's the Pestin demo, which is unfindable. It's not online anywhere, so I haven't heard that one. The first one I was kind of iffy about. The second one, or the third one, not this one, the one where he is in the forest with the most gruesome picture. That is my favorite for now, because it's such a horror soundtrack. It's not dungeon synth, it's ambient, but it's very, yeah, very dark, very... it's something. This one has much more black metal in it. It's like the Multuvium records that switch between, you know, ambient or synth work and then more black metal records. This has more black metal, but I haven't delved into it very much. There's a lot on here, a lot of info on here. Of course, there's a lot in Swedish, but it has Svartadautus on vocals, guitar and bass, and then L. Juhos on session drums. And then there's this ending spell to this wordless creation, rip into the flesh of man, this funeral plague, I think. So ending spell. I hope it's not the last they do. Cover is incredible, back cover is incredible. There is even a insert, can you imagine? The lyrics on this page, they're all in Swedish, of course. I am not even going to try. But then the Gargantua logo with, you know, I don't know how they keep making these snow-filled crazy pictures, but they always work in my opinion. Yeah, so the Gargantua, yeah, for this video's purposes, let's call it the third one in line. And like I said, for now, the second one is my favorite. But yeah, that's because it's so dense and horrifying. But yeah, this is still available, so grab it up. Then the last one that I was going to pull the trigger on a few times, and eventually it would happen, because I was first planning on doing a Tour de Garde order, but then it showed up on European soil and into the distros. This is Forgotten Kingdoms. This is a Dungeon Synth record, A Kingdom in Ruin. This is Asgore, I think, from Drawn in the Light, so the Australian entity, or yeah, he does everything. It's just like Svartadautus. There are some people like him, like Svartadautus. There's another one that I'm blanking on right now, that just have so many projects, and that are, I wouldn't say I like every Drawn in the Light release, but there is a lot of quality in there. And just, you know, the range of projects that he has, from Harvest to Drawn in the Light to this to, there's that weird 80s pop synth thing with the vampires, which is also incredible. So yeah, it's crazy. This is maybe the third or the fourth Forgotten Kingdoms. I have two tapes up there, but I can't read the titles, they are too far gone. The thing that drew me in is this one, the picture on the back. Yeah, it's insane looking. It looked better on the CD, so what I think, the central label will show it better. I think they just blew up the artwork for the CD, I'm not sure. It looks better on camera. Once again, digitally it works better, but it kind of, you know, kind of all blends into one. It comes with this A4 inlay with lyrics in English. Like I said, they're from, or he is from Australia. A Kingdom in Ruin cover art done by GDS, I think. That's my only friend. And yeah, it has 3 tracks on here. Side A and side B. It's black, and here is the thing I meant. You see, it's a bit more sharper, which just gives it a little edge when it's smaller. But yeah, very glad to finally have this one. Like I said, I'm not really into dungeon synths, but sometimes a record just grabs me. It has to be more than just a Castlevania soundtrack. Has to have some vocals, maybe some drums in here. Like they do a synth that howls like a guitar, just to, you know, catch my eye. Or it has to be classic, like Lamentation Box is still on my want list, but you know. Let's switch tapes. There we go. That's a bit loud. We are now listening to a tape that I've been putting on, American Hubris by Oppenheimer. This is on Hatework and Northern Malice Productions. Hatework is back on my radar, so expect some stuff to come in. Did everything black metal. Now let's... The last one was Dungeon Synth. This one was kind of Dungeon Synth, or they told me it was kind of Dungeon Synth-y, but it is basically a banging post-punk record that utilizes Dungeon Synth sounds to you know, create a different atmosphere than just every post-punk band that is out there. Alan from Thx Alan, I think. It's a YouTube channel that, you know, mostly gives praise to the releases they do. It's Urge Records. Let me look at the cover. He contacted me and we got to talk. He said he was watching the channel. Hey, Alan. And he's located in Australia. Now he has a partner from within Urge Records. That's how I understand it. That is in America. So every time they do a release, they do a split release. Copies are in the US, copies are in Australia. Unfortunately, copies are not in Europe. So it was a bit of an expensive record. I got it from a German distro or label with a lot of E's in there, but I'm blanking. But yeah, Alan contacted me, we got to talk, and he said, hey, you should check out Poison Ruin, you might like it. But I had so much on the docket at that time, it was in the middle of the move of my company, not my company, the company I work for, that it just escaped. And then all of a sudden, records kept showing up on Instagram, and I said, oh yeah, that's that cover. Once again, it has an Obi strip, so you grabbed my attention. Poison Ruin is a Philadelphia-based, let's say post-punk, because that's just handy, but they have a lot of influences, like I said. Dungeon synth kind of creeps in here and there, not too much. And to call it dungeon synth is maybe because they jump on a hype train. It just has synths. Let's keep it at that. It is a compilation LP. The back has the stairs with the skull. It is a compilation LP of 2 tapes. I think they were unnamed, just 1 and 2. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a duo, 1 and 2. And they made a very good post-punk record. It has lyrics on this side, and then some extra chainmail blade pictures on this side. Music-wise, it is very good. It's kind of bit barky punk. It's on the verge of being snotty punk, but it has too much dynamics in here, and it has too much good songs to be just the snotty punk style. My favorite track for now is Doppelganger, which is incredible. The lyric, it's something with power, some formed in the shadow of power, but it has such a good cadence, that that lyric, or the way he sings it. But yeah, I can't get enough of this record, especially that track. It comes on black. If you are trying to find this record right now, it is, I think I grabbed the last one from the German, comes in this Japanese style sleeve. I think I grabbed the last one from the German label, but it is getting repressed already, and I urge you to check out Harakiri Diet. I'll link it. I'll try to link it because I always say that and then I forget. And also I urge you, that was unintended, I swear to God. I urge you to check out the label. They have, I forgot the band name, but they have this other one out. It's something with Party, I'm not sure. That is, please, Alan, you know, put it all in the comments. That is Velvet Underground, Stooges inspired punk record. So yeah, there is a lot to dive into there, and not just black metal. I showed that card. So yeah, that's it. We rambled enough. We listened to Eierker with demo, I think demo 2012. That was first on Tour de Garde, Untitled, which also had a huge drop. And then now we're listening to American Hubris by Oppenheimer. Yeah, to round off, Untitled had a huge drop. There are a few records or drops that came out last week. If you are interested in, I once did this video where I just do a rundown of things I'm interested in, or, you know, maybe like an Unearthing Darkness, but then just digital, you know, like, I don't know, a newsletter in a video that that just hypes you to records that are coming out so you don't miss it. If you are into that, maybe drop something in the comments and I'll think about doing a weekly or a bi-weekly video. But yeah, we'll see. Now that Grondwerk is gone for now, in the form we know it, I should do something else just to keep it rolling. But yeah, that's it. Cheers. enjoy your Easter Monday, and I'll see you, I guess, next weekend, because shit's going to drop in the mailbox. That's it. Peace for now. See you.